and we're fancy marketing people with Union, a Wyoming-based telecommunications company. Yes, Wyoming really does exist, and we proudly serve the Rocky Mountain region.
On this podcast, we will feature businesses, organizations, nonprofits, and influential people from Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming.
Our mission is to highlight those who inspire their communities daily.
We believe this makes us truly authentic, because a journey of 1,000 miles always begins with a single step. Check 21212. We're here.
We're here, Myra.
We're live. Oh my goodness. Look at us.
This is so exciting. Yes, living is good.
Yeah.
Breathing is a must.
Here we are taking the step. We've talked about this podcast for like 2 years.
Yeah, probably 2 years. Yeah. I think since I became part of the marketing team, it's been a conversation you and I have had. How do we become relevant in the podcast world, in the industry that we're in? And I think we've got a pretty cool idea going. So I like it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. We've now entered this universe where people can hear our voices forever. Here we are.
That reminds me of, years ago, back when I worked in customer care, we had remote offices, and we had a new employee start, and we were on a call, and he said, "Let me introduce you to my voice."
I love that. Let me introduce you to my voice.
So let us introduce you to our voices.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Just a whole theme music with a back noise, something going on. That's funny. They sound like a really funny person.
Yeah, they were a funny person.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, hello, listeners out there in listener land. I'm Myra. Tressa and I, we work for Union. Like we said, it's a telecom company, and it's been around since 1914.
1914, yeah. So over 100 years, obviously. And we are based out of Wyoming, which this year has been a little bit of a challenge with our winter. It's spring right now. It's supposed to be anyway. We're finally getting some nice days, but last week I think we got, 2 to 3 feet of snow.
Yeah. And if y'all don't know, y'all don't believe that we even exist, but for real, the weather is just very grueling in the winter. And it's been, this year has probably took the cake for me.
Yeah, if you can't tell, Myra is not a native of Wyoming. So her tolerance of our winters is even less than some of us who are natives in the area.
My motherland is very humid and hot, and now the mosquitoes are out and attacking people, and here it's too cold for mosquitoes to even live. That's kind of a good thing, but...
Yeah, kind of. I was coming back from Pinedale yesterday, and I saw this whole flock of geese, and they were just all huddled in this one field that actually had no snow. They were probably like, what is happening to us?
Yeah, that's relatable. Instead of crop circles, there's like grass, snow circles, like little areas. That is very alien for us. Yeah. To see a field right now without snow in it is foreign. We're like, oh, wow, what do we do with ourselves? The sun's shining, and I think Monday was only like 45 degrees, and people were out like in their bikinis, like trying to catch a tan. And it's very sad. We're very pathetic. We've all come back from the weekend with sunburns. It's just a little sad.
Yeah. Easter weekend sunburns. I don't know. I was asking one of my friends yesterday if she took her kids on an Easter egg hunt. They do one here, but it was in the snow, and I was like, "Did you have your muck boots on?"
Oh, don't get me started. So, okay, the snow was to my knees, and I am 5'8" on a great day, and my child is 4, about to be 4. Her birthday is this Saturday. She's a tax baby. So my almost 4-year-old was trying to trudge through the snow to find flipping Easter eggs. Okay, and we only got there like 5 minutes until the time to start. We weren't really late, and they had already started, and so we couldn't catch up. We're running. I'm like running as fast as I could, and Magnolia's like trying to keep up with me, and she's falling in the snow and crying, and I fell in the snow. My ankles are cut and bleeding. I had blood all in my sneakers, and it was a literal battlefield. And I'm like, what in the heck did I sign up for this? Like, is Easter that important? Like, is it that important to hide eggs? And I mean, we ended up I think I beat up a kid. And I mean, I really didn't beat up a kid, but I totally dove headfirst in front of a 4-year-old and grabbed like one egg. I mean, we collected 3 total. Okay. It was that ridiculous. But we did go and we had an Easter egg hunt at one of the elementary schools, because perks of a family member being a teacher, you can get into the school on a weekend, maybe illegal, I don't know, but we totally used the gym, and it was better than the snow. But it was probably one of my top 10 most traumatic experiences in my life, and Magnolia's too. Like, she was just crying, I'm crying, like it was literal war.
All in the name of Tootsie Rolls? I
mean, exactly. Like crap candy, man. Like the worst candy. Like the cheap dollar candy,
Doesn't sound worth it to me.
It was not.
Just saying.
It was not. We had way more fun before that and after. It was just, yeah.
So, yeah, that's Easter in Wyoming, or at least our current state.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's crazy because, I mean, I've lived here for 6 years, and this is probably one of the worst winters I've ever experienced. And I'm pretty acclimated. I mean, I know this isn't, my native land, but I don't really wear a coat.
Yeah, and you don't.
I don't. I just roll out in the, I'm like, kind of like if you walk barefooted forever and your feet get callous. Maybe my arms are resilient. I don't know. And I'm just like a snow, wind, cold repellent person.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm a native here and I still wear a coat.
Yeah. I don't know. We went to conference once and I ended up borrowing your coat. I gave in. If I bring a coat, we know it's going to be cold because I don't.
Yeah. I was like, you need a coat, Myra.
Yeah. It was like blowing sideways. Yeah. That was the trip we went to, and we had to drive back first we drove in the blizzard. Mm-hmm. Like goobers, and we're like white knuckled and dying and screaming internally, and then on the way back it was worse.
Yeah, it was worse.
Yeah, David bought gloves.
Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, we bought gloves. We bought a shovel.
Yeah,
like being prepared in case we got stuck on the interstate. Yeah. Hey, at least we were preparing ourselves.
That's real. Yeah, winter preparedness, driving across the state. Yeah, so yeah, well. Speaking of winter and driving, so yeah, pretty much our company, we provide telecommunications across this vast terrain. I mean, you've got, not only is the weather ridiculous, the terrain's ridiculous, and then you're driving for miles and miles and miles just to get from one town to the other. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is pretty essential to have some sort of connectivity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, connectivity for safety, but also entertainment, right? I mean, we measure things in hours here. That's how long it takes us to get anywhere. Even to get to our closest Walmart is a good 30 minutes. So, this podcast could entertain you for that amount of time at least.
Yeah, for you, Wyoming night.
Yeah.
Wyomingites. Yeah. No, don't hate on me, guys, okay? But Wyomingites, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I measure distance in rest stops or gas station bathrooms, because if you've missed one,
you may be in trouble.
Yeah, it's over. You're going on the side of the road. Like, it's done. No hope in your foreseeable future.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't miss those.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you can't.
We've learned.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially when you have kids or if you've got traveling with dogs, because we're big dog people here.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah. Tressa's got... You have 2 dogs?
Yeah. I have Louie, who's a bulldog, and then I have Tugboat, who's a bull mastiff. Yes, I did not name my own dog. My nephew did, but he's so darling, I couldn't help but name him Tugboat.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
It's perfect.
Tugboat for this massive 150-pound dog seems reasonable.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a great name. Yeah. So, and I have 3 dogs. I have Boomer, Wookie, yes, for all you Star Wars people. And then we have Maple. And... yeah, so we're rolling 3 deep right now on dogs. So if you're traveling with dogs or you're traveling with children or adults, we all got to go. Yeah, you do not want to miss that rest stop because it really is game over.
Yep, we've learned. And snacks. You need snacks when you're traveling too. Entertainment, snacks,
Yeah, snacks in case you get stranded too.
Well, yeah.
Being prepared a little little exaggerative, but
a little beef jerky for protein.
Yeah, I think on that road trip, we were literally like, all right, we portioned out our beef sticks. Like, this is the end.
Who's going to survive?
Yeah. I think we would have ate David.
Yeah.
Killed him off.
I mean, the Donner Party in Wyoming over Elk Mountain.
Yeah. Well, we'd have made history at least for something.
We would have had like a book written and a movie.
Oh, yeah. And then this podcast. Yeah. Oh, man. We'd have made it. We would have just soared.
I could see Julia Roberts playing me.
That is great. I would really wish Margot Robbie would play me, but I don't think she wouldn't do it.
No idea who that is.
What?
Yeah.
You don't?
No.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Barbie?
No, I haven't.
What? Oh, Tressa.
I'm missing out.
Yeah, you are. Okay. You got some catching up.
I do.
We'll do some education later.
You can tell the age difference between the two of us, right? Julia Roberts and
Margot Robbie. Yeah. At least I didn't say a Kardashian. Okay. I mean, I would be like cool if Kim played me because I think, okay. All right. Everybody out there, I know y'all are possibly haters of Kim, but she is really smart. And she's so smart with her branding and her marketing. And she's a really entrepreneurial person. Like, I give her kudos in that department, at least.
Hey, you've got to give all of the Kardashians credit, right? I mean, they are self-made, right?
Yeah.
They really figured out who they were and how to appeal. They appeal to somebody.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? They're bazillionaires. Isn't Kylie like a billionaire?
She's like she falls up and down. I think she stayed on the chart. They kind of play this weird,
I mean,
like, who's on the billionaire list. Yeah, I mean, too much money that's like, for your own good.
Like, what are you going to do with $1 billion? But I'm just saying, I mean, off of makeup, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I give them all credit, regardless of if I care for their style or not. But yeah.
So
good for them.
Yeah. Would not be mad if I was making billions of dollars either. So I can't hate,
No, exactly.
Yeah. Well, cool. You guys have stuck with us this long for our introduction of who we are and what we're doing here. And we're glad that you're here. We're glad you found us. We don't know how you found us, but hey, that's awesome that you landed on our podcast.
I think it's meant to be if you found us, right? So
the universe sent you to us.
The universe sent you to us. So you should subscribe to our channel so you can see all of the upcoming episodes that we have. But we can talk a little bit about what our actual mission is of this podcast. Although it is to have fun.
Yeah, we are definitely here to hopefully bring joy to your day and wherever you're at, if you live in Wyoming or you don't. And
yeah, absolutely.
Listen to us.
Yeah. But part of what we're doing is really trying to highlight businesses within the communities we serve, nonprofit organizations, influential people, and get their stories out there, right? Their stories of what they've done, how they've grown, how it might assist other people, whether it be within the business realm or personal realm. And so that's kind of what our mission is on this podcast. So that's why we're calling it Authentic Wyoming. Myra started a campaign 3 years ago called Authentic Wyoming that really propelled our specific brand in the channels that we were utilizing at the time, social channels, correct? Mm-hmm. And maybe you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So we started Authentic Wyoming really with the mission in our mind to we had this huge platform and we were growing our own platform. And, coming from a company and our culture being very humble, we didn't really want to talk about us all the time. And, who wants to hear about, a telecom 24/7? I mean, we are very important, I believe. It is a utility and it is something essential for life. But why not talk about the people who make a difference in the communities? Why not talk about those organizations who maybe don't have a voice or who need a little boost or want a partnership? Because, it's kind of like co-op advertisement, really. We talk about them, then they talk about us, and it's a dual partnership to really showcase what they're doing. And, the Authentic Wyoming campaign has just boomed over the last couple of years. I think last year we had like 6 million impressions on just that campaign. And I mean, we run multiple campaigns, and it's just been really successful. And this is a way that we're just taking it to the next level. We're able to bring in these people and have these conversations and talk about it, where conversations haven't really been had, or people think they want to talk about it, or they might not know how to go about it. And so we have the resources as an organization. Why not use it? I mean, we have world-class, sound mixer and videographer on our team. Shout out to Keith. Yeah. Keith and his stories, man, and his really cool life he's lived. So we've got this really awesome person that you can't find, just off the street. So why not do it? Why not do the podcast and take Authentic Wyoming to the place it's never been before?
Yeah, exactly. And what better mission than to want to highlight each other, right? I mean, that's really what it's about, is highlighting each other and talking about how these things enhance our communities and the people that we love, right? Our families. I mean, people who live in Wyoming love Wyoming. Like, I love Wyoming, even though the winter has been horrible. I still love Wyoming, right? And part of my personal mission, and I think Union's mission as a whole, is to enhance Wyoming as much as we can, right? And to Myra's point, we have a platform to assist with that. So that's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much more to Wyoming than Yellowstone or the Tetons, or Jackson is really, really awesome. But that there's so much more than just those landmark places. And it's really the people and the communities in between. And we really just want to put them out there, put them on the map, because, people joke, and we joked about it too. They think Wyoming doesn't exist. Like, what is Wyoming? What do you people do? Are y'all cowboys? Is it cowboy land? Or what do you just all ranchers? Like, what is the life? And really, it's such a mix of diverse people. And it's really been amazing since starting this Authentic Wyoming journey to just see what's out there. I've learned so much, and I've had so many amazing conversations with people about the different programs that exist, because it really is a luxury for us to have these types of programs in our communities, or have these businesses, or have these really cool people who want to share their story, or who want to make a difference. It is a luxury. I know that in some places that might be a dime a dozen, but here it's really rare and special. And this is a way we can connect all that together and talk to these people, because, I mean, one organization I interviewed in the very beginning, and I hope to have them back on the podcast too, is Wyoming Hands and Voices. I didn't even know this existed. And actually, one of our employees at Union helped start the chapter. And I didn't even know she did that. Like, I was blown away when I started talking to these people. And this program is there to help give resources to parents with children who are deaf or may have an impairment, and give them the resources to just be parents and to really help make sure that their kids can do anything they want to do. And it was probably one of my favorite conversations. I mean, it made me super emotional, because it started from parents who had children who were deaf and who wanted to put them in swimming, for example. Like, how do you get a child that's deaf into swimming? And the way that they went about that, and making sure the coaches had signs and boards, and that they could make sure they wrapped their cochlear implant to protect it. And I was just blown away. I mean, it was one of the coolest conversations I ever had, and I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, there's so many things that I've seen through the Authentic Wyoming campaign specifically that I had no idea existed either, right? Right in our own backyards. And in a state that is, 500,000 people in the entire state, it's really a small community, right? And some of the things that are happening within the state are so amazing. But to Myra's point, like, being such a small state and having these programs, but not having the knowledge that they're out there, right? And so we hope this platform really starts to highlight that so people understand like the resources that they do have, how they can participate, how they can support those, because a lot of these are nonprofit organizations, right, that do need supported from the communities to continue to exist. And we want to make sure that we are a good facilitator to help make sure that happens. One of the podcasts we'll have coming up is an organization, 211. And when we met with them a few months ago, it was just shocking with the resources that they offer, connecting people to assistance in all aspects of anything that they need. I mean, it was so vast. I was so impressed, actually, but also so shocked that, I hadn't heard of this.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't even, when they came in, I had no idea.
Yeah,
at
no
all.
idea.
Yeah. And I'm pretty tapped in. I mean, we have to be, especially being in marketing, we've got to be in the know. And not only are we, engaging with our community through Authentic Wyoming, but we have a really strong giving back program, and we're growing and expanding that constantly. I had never even heard of 211 even through the giving back program.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm really excited to have them join us for a podcast and really help them elevate their platform and get the word out on everything that they can do for the communities throughout the entire state. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we really just want, I've been inspired through Authentic Wyoming. I've been inspired through the Giving Back program. I can't even explain the immense gratitude that I get from being able to participate in this, the way that it's changed my mind, my way of thinking, the way it makes me feel influenced to participate in these organizations. So we hope that it inspires and influences you too. We want you out there, if you live in Wyoming or Colorado or Utah and you can participate in these organizations or support these small businesses or engage in some sort of way, we hope that you do that. But wherever you are, we hope you feel inspired to want to participate with anything happening in your community, because I think sometimes, especially with social media, it's so easy to look outward and look at other places and what's going on here and going on there. Sometimes just look a little inward, look back in your own backyard and see what's happening around you and how you can truly make a difference with what's, near you or what already exists, or start your own thing,
or start your own thing, or, maybe we'll be a trendsetter of, we're a larger business in our community, right? One of the biggest employers within the county that we're in. And if you're one of those individuals like us, maybe you start to also elevate other nonprofits, other businesses, other influential people within your organization, right? In whatever state you're in, wherever you're at, maybe you take a page out of what we're doing and start to do that. I just think that would be such a cool movement, right? Like people supporting people, right? Not in this competitive nature, but in a truly authentic, kind, giving back way, right? Imagine what we could produce, right? Gosh, the world could be such a better place.
Exactly. Look at us.
Should we go into tune?
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
what's the Michael Jackson song that came into my mind, right? Oh my gosh, showing my age again. But anyway, The Man in the Mirror.
Oh, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Our own self-reflection. Yep, there we go.
Look at us. You didn't know you're going to get a little karaoke today either. You never know what's going to happen on this one.
Yeah, that was great. The next episode, we'll actually be singing, and we'll be following with our first record. Yeah, no, that's...
I'm pretty sure I'm not good enough to get a record.
Just kidding.
Saying.
Yeah, you're not really at a podcast. We just changed the whole thing. We're done. We're just going to start our own label. We're just moving on up. Yep, that's it.
Moving on up. Yeah. I don't know. Is Keith got enough editing skills to make us
I don't
good?
know. Maybe some auto-tune.
He's pretty talented, but...
Hey, I figured out how we'll be billionaires. We're just going to sing. We'll make jingles. Yeah. That'll be great. Yeah. Okay, so fun facts. My family are we're all musicians, or we sing, or we whatever, we're a little roadshow group. And like my parents had a band, and my mom was a lead singer, and music's just all about us. So I probably make up about 6 songs in an hour at home all day long. My poor husband and my daughter are pretty much annoyed. The dogs like it, but they are very annoyed by it. Yeah. So that's all I do is just make up songs. And we went and saw the Mario movie, and Jack Black is Bowser, and Jack Black is a musician, and he sings, and he's amazing and super talented and funny. And I love the Bowser character because he's like singing ballads about Peach, and they're so ridiculous, but it's literally exactly the kind of stuff we make up. So yeah, Keith could get us there. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to take on that next step.
I am unfortunately the opposite of Myra. I have no rhythm. Like my breath work coach was trying to get me to do boxed breathing, and he's like, you got to tap to a rhythm. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, it's a challenge. I'm musically challenged. So.
It's all right.
We have a lot of good contrast with each other, I guess.
We'll bounce off each other. It'll all work out in the end. Now that you've really hung in with us this long, you've basically heard the gist of what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish here, and we're really grateful that you've landed here, and we hope that you get what we've talked about and more from this, and that you are able to know what's maybe happening around you, or try to start learning about what's going on, or maybe even get inspired, and maybe these people that we talk to can give you ideas out there if you...
Yeah, I absolutely think it will generate ideas, right? Some of the things that we were brainstorming for some upcoming podcasts are partnering with the organization that helps us with our social media around like healthy content and healthy balance for the youth with social media, right? That's always a challenge. I'm sure as parents, it's a big struggle. I'm grateful, to be honest, that when I was in my youth that I didn't even have that as an option, right? And you're seeing some of the pressures with these children, and I think some of it does go back to the social media and like the instant gratification that we get, that dopamine hit that they get addicted to. So we're going to partner with the CEO of that company, and she's passionate about this as well, and give you guys some tips and tricks. So there's a lot of cool stuff that we have coming up. And to Myra's point, I just want to again say thank you for hanging in there with us. And I think you're really going to enjoy the podcast as we start to develop it. And we want to have some fun, right? Yeah. We want to make it valuable to you guys as well. And valuable to the people that we're featuring. So we hope to have you tune in again very soon.
Yeah, maybe unfortunate for you guys, but fortunate for, me. I won class clown when I was in high school. So you've just really got yourself, a B-list, maybe D-list comedian on your hands. So
that does not surprise me at all. First I'd heard of it, but does not surprise me.
Yeah, I was super smart. I graduated like in the top 5 of my class, but I won like class clown. And so you can still be smart and have fun too. Like you can still do these things. Like you don't have to always be serious. So.
Yeah, both things can exist, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
We're being authentic, y'all. Like we're being ourselves.
We are being ourselves. I did not graduate in the top 5 of my class. I think I was somewhere in the middle of the pack. I don't know. I definitely was not at the bottom, but nor did I get class clown. I don't know if we did that. I don't think we had a vote.
Did you even go to school? I'm just kidding.
I got my GED. No,
plot twist. Tressa did not even go to school.
I have proof.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, I went to school. But, I don't think when I graduated, were you born? School was a little different back then.
I don't know. You started union when I was 2. She started union when I was 2, guys.
So, yeah. So, no, I graduated in 90. Myra was, yeah.
I'm a 95er. I'm an elder millennial.
So all of those out there that are in my age group can understand. Yeah. I don't know if we did those types of votes, like who was the class clown or any of that. None of that seemed to happen when I was in school.
I think we were just bored.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give people hope somewhere. I don't know.
No, I like it. Like, what does your future look like?
Yeah, I'm a comedian. I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, but here I am, guys, giving you a podcast. So,
hey, man, maybe they'll pick us up.
Yeah,
Saturday
maybe.
The Myra and Tressa show.
Yeah.
Authentic Wyoming lands in New York City.
Yeah, there we go. The Weekend Report with Tressa and Myra. Yeah.
I think we could do it.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, cool, guys. Until next time.
Don't forget to stay authentic.
No, that's not it. Did you forget?
My memory.
Okay.
Oops.
All right,
Okay,
we'll take it from the top. All right. Until next time.
Stay authentic.
There we go.